After the Olympians won the Titanomachy, Zeus claimed power of not just the sky, no. He gained power of what his father ruled, the universe. But he also wanted to share that power with someone, and he remembered Metis, the goddess that helped Zeus in the first video, and he couldn't help but admire her intelligence as well as her beauty, so he pursued her, although she rejected him at first, turning into various things with her metamorphosis abilities to get away from him. She eventually gave in, and became his first wife before Hera was even thought about. Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Static, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. Today we are talking about Athena and her origins, and this might contain some information that not all might agree, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. Metis was now Zeus's wife, but despite having such a happy start, that was crushed when Gaia, Zeus's grandmother, told Zeus a prophecy where Metis has a daughter and a son, and while the daughter might be tame, the son on the other hand would overthrow Zeus. Feeling the same fear as his father, he decided to take some inspiration and tricked Metis into turning herself into a fly, and then he swallowed her whole. But what he didn't know was Metis was already pregnant with Athena. Meanwhile, in Zeus's stomach, Metis gave birth to Athena and gave her knowledge, and somehow crafted armor, a shield, and a spear. How in the world does someone craft things in someone else's stomach? I have not gotten that answer yet. One day, Zeus gets a painful headache. It was so bad that he begged the Titan Prometheus to split his head open with an axe and see what was causing Zeus's pain. Now some people would say, wouldn't that be Hephaestus, the god of blacksmithing? And to those of you who wonder that, I will get there shortly. Out came Athena, the goddess of wisdom, war, reason, and crafts. She was wearing the armor her mother worked hard to make and holding her shield and spear. Metis didn't use this as a chance to escape, though. She stayed in Zeus forever, becoming a part of his mind and continued to help him, despite his betrayal, to save himself. The prophecy of the sun never came true, and Athena became the first child of Zeus and his favorite daughter. Now this is where I answer your question. Hera, the goddess of women, marriage, family, and childbirth, and after Athena was born, she was made the queen of the gods. She got jealous that Zeus made Athena all on his own, and decided to have Hephaestus all by herself using parthenogenesis. But she didn't like how he turned out, so she threw him off Mount Olympus, which broke his legs. Also, all because he was ugly in her opinion. Now, if I were to say that Hephaestus was the one who split Zeus's head open, that would have meant that Hephaestus had already existed, and Hera would have needed another form of motivation to make Hephaestus. In the city Cecropia, Poseidon was highly favored, and meanwhile Poseidon wanted to rule a mortal city to gain their respect and become their patron deity, and expand his influence on the growing city. He decided to make himself known and told the citizens that he will give them a gift for accepting him as their deity. He struck his trident on the ground, and out came a saltwater spring, and although it provided water access, it was useless for drinking. That's when Athena decided to appear. She saw the potential in Cecropia and gave the citizens an olive tree. The tree provided more uses than Poseidon's spring. The olives were used for food, oil, and trading, while the wood was for furniture, crafting tools, and building houses. The olive oil was used for oil lamps, for light, and to treat wounds. The tree was provided protection as the first tree. Seeing that no one liked his spring, Poseidon became a sore loser. He not only flooded the Therian plain, I'm so sorry if I said that wrong, but he threatened to drown the region Attica. And according to some, he caused reoccurring droughts in that one area. Zeus had to stop Poseidon from destroying the whole city just because of Poseidon's fragile ego. Some sources say that women's voting rights and passing names down in Athens got taken away to make Poseidon happy again. and took a while for women to gain the right to vote again. Athena needed some new weapons from the god of blacksmithing Hephaestus, who we talked about earlier, but he wasn't in the best state of mind then because his wife left him for someone else, who we will talk about soon. So, when Athena went to go get weapons, Hephaestus was captivated and driven by lust, trying to force himself on her. Trying to maintain her virginity, she fought him off. But he got a little too excited and got some stuff on her thigh, which she wiped off. That impregnated Gaia, and she gave birth to Arachnophobia. He was a half man and half serpent. Athena adopted the child, but didn't want the gods to know of his existence yet, so she put him in a box and trusted the daughters of King Kekrops. She told them specifically to never open the box, but what did they do instead? Open the box! Seeing the baby, it drove the sisters mad, and they threw themselves off a cliff, killing themselves. Despite the rocky start, Arachnophobia became the new ruler of Athens and institutes the Panathenaic festival in honor of Athena. In some cases, he's granted high status or immortality. There was a mortal named Tiresias, and he had a rocky start of his own, but that's something we can always talk about in another video. Young Tiresias was hunting on Mount Helicon. He then paused to go to a spring to quench his thirst. That spring was Hippocrates Spring, but what he didn't know was the spring was already occupied by Athena, who was bathing. Furious that the young man saw her naked, she blinded Tiresias with magic. There was a mortal girl named Arachne, and when she was young, she would make tapestries, linen cloths, and nets. One night, nymphs came out of their hiding places to watch her weave. One nymph said that Arachne was probably blessed by Athena, which annoyed Arachne. Arachne then went on to claim that she was a better weaver than Athena, which caught the goddess's attention. Athena went down as an old lady and warned Arachne that she shouldn't be comparing herself to a god, which the young Arachne didn't listen. Furious, Athena revealed herself and they had a contest. But while Athena's was all about the glory of the gods, Arachne's did the abuse that the gods caused. Enraged, Athena tore up Arachne's work. This one is short, but the next one is Charon. She was the princess of Phocis and gained the attention of Poseidon. Seeking help, Charon prayed to Athena to help her, and feeling pity for the mortal, she turned Charon into a crow, and Charon escaped Poseidon and went into the skies. Athena turned people into a lot of things if it was necessary or unnecessary, but one of the ones she didn't do was Medusa. While a Greek source does say that Athena turned Medusa into a monster for bragging about her beauty, another Greek source says that Medusa was always a monster along with her two sisters. Athena never had any interaction with Medusa in Greek mythology. Probably the only time she interacted with Medusa was when Athena put Medusa's head on her shield to be used for intimidation. While Athena might be one of the more popular ones, like how she helped during the Trojan War or when she made enemies that held grudges like Poseidon, even if he doesn't hold a grudge, I think he does, Athena also gets confused and even blamed for things that she hasn't done. For example, Medusa. A lot of people seem to think that Athena punished Medusa for something that Poseidon should have been punished for. But really, that's a Roman story, not a Greek one. Regardless, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.